Welcome to Bae Watch,
your go-to guide for all things romance and dating.
We're diving deep into the modern dating pool
with research, guest appearances, and our own lived experiences.
Whether you're navigating the apps or tackling taboo topics,
Bae Watch unpacks it all in a safe and supportive space.
So grab your headphones, strap on your floaties, and join us on this journey.
Tune in on Fridays from 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Only on Spirit Live.
Hey everyone!
Hey everybody!
Hey. Okay, I think everybody's up.
Hey,
Are we good? Can you guys hear yourselves?
I can, yeah.
We're kicking
Yeah.
off.
Testing.
Welcome everyone. Oh my god, I'm so glad that this is our first show ever.
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
Bae Watch episode.
Oh my god. Okay, give me 1 second. I don't even have my...
And bear with me too. And who am I on right now? I'm on me. Okay. And bear with me too because I'm switching cameras for the first time.
First episode.
First episode of Bae Watch. We should do, I think, our little introduction maybe.
Yeah, wait.
For sure.
Wait, give me a sec. I'm going to do a little...
Does anyone want to
Here, I can do the intro. I can do the intro.
Okay.
Because I was literally supposed to. Anyways. Well, welcome everyone. This is our very first episode. Today we're going to be talking about online dating, yay or nay. So really we're just kind of encompassing everything about dating apps today, and we're all going to be kind of giving our own little thoughts and supporting it with research about dating apps and how they've been kind of going. So we each kind of have our own topics. So today, Anne is going to start us off with tradition of matchmaking.
That's
and
me.
then Morgan is going to go on to talk about some app comparisons because you've seen a lot in the past few years. Oh, who's that?
Who's that diva?
Who's that diva over
Who's
there?
that diva?
And then Jacqueline's going to go on. Jacqueline's going to talk about the psychology of swiping. The psychology of swiping. And then I'm going to talk about the future of online dating.
Ooh.
Wow.
So really, I guess we can just go ahead and start. I mean,
Kick it
Anne,
off to me?
Did you want to take it away, Anne?
Yeah, I can totally do that. Okay. Hi, guys.
Hey.
My name's Anne, and welcome to our first episode of Bae Watch. I'm going to start talking a little bit about the beginnings of matchmaking, kind of the history, the through points through history that we can kind of pinpoint as moments in matchmaking that were more significant into making what we kind of know as getting a match today. Really exciting. So generally, just as a definition, matchmaking is the practice of arranging marriages or romantic relationships, and it has a very rich history spanning various cultures and time periods. This tradition has evolved from a highly formalized profession that it used to kind of be more serious, more of a career path, if you will, major in matchmaking, to a more informal social custom reflecting changing societal norms and values. Throughout many traditional cultures, matchmaking was a respected and formalized profession. I'm going to low-key butcher this, but we're going to try. Ashkenazi Jewish communities relied on the shadchan, quote-unquote, a professional matchmaker who played a crucial role in arranging marriages, whereas in Hindu culture, astrologers often served as matchmakers using these perceived cosmic insights to sanction unions approved by families. This idea that, you could be tapped into the zodiacs and being you're a Taurus? Okay, you should be with my friend.
I feel like that still checks out today.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I think that there's still very prevalent in dating culture today. Generally, these professional matchmakers were considered essential advisors that you kind of couldn't go around in terms of matchmaking. If you were in those communities that this was happening in, that was who you went to. This was that is how things were done. But generally, yeah, those essential advisors were playing a key role in maintaining strong relationships with families and facilitating suitable matches. Their role was particularly significant in cultures where arranged marriages were also the norm. So, if you were Hindu or Jewish, these are cultures where arranged marriages definitely have a significant part in their history. Some still today. Those roles that were professional professional roles in that space were kind of needed in the arranged marriage sector in more historical times. In social settings, in a more North American lens, that's us guys mentioning us. Hey, everybody. But in other cultures, particularly in frontier North America, matchmaking often took place in less formal social settings. So things like social dances, things like the square dance, the contra dances. These were things that were opportunities for couples to have the potential to meet.
Mating.
Oh my God.
Mating.
If you will.
Whatever
Exactly.
happened to
Mating.
square dancing?
Seriously, though.
Like,
Bring it
let's
back.
start square dancing again.
I
to
agree.
meet people.
Oh, yeah. That's like courting each other.
Yeah.
I like that.
I feel like I'm way behind on the switching right now, but I'm trying my best to like
no,
keep up.
no,
I'm
you're
like
good.
right after you guys finish talking is when I get to you. But yeah, generally like social dances were a huge part of like matchmaking culture, which is like just funny to think about, the idea that you'd be like,
Yeah, let's go.
yes, and this is like how I'm gonna meet my husband.
How'd you meet?
we were square
we were doing the
dancing.
1-2-2-C.
Why can we all want to see?
But these events were also like specifically very important for things like farming families, or if you lived in like a more isolated area. If you had like a ball, this was like your opportunity.
You're going to the dance hall and you're going to meet a nice fella who loves God.
Yeah,
And
exactly. He's a
Yeah.
God-fearing man, and I'm in a farming
for you.
community.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that was like much more important if you were a lot more isolated. And this was just like rare chances, basically. If you were like a marriage age child, which is so awful to say, but like if you were of age, this was kind of like your moment to interact. And then also like informal matchmakers often acted as like chaperones or like self-appointed like busybodies on the floor, if that makes any sense. These are like adults in that public like social sphere that would be like supervising basically, and also had kind of more of a say in observing and guiding these budding romances, these relationships. Also, religious leaders for a long time have played a significant part in the matchmaking process across various cultures. So things like the medieval Catholic society village priests often took on matchmaking as one of their peripheral duties.
Oh.
So you would be like,
Yeah.
I'm close with God, and God is telling me that you are for Jason. Jason wants you.
Like, God told me that Jason has a crush on you.
You didn't hear this from me, you heard it from God.
Yeah.
Also,
But-
traditionally, rabbis played more of a role similarly in arranging marriages. And generally, clergies continue to be involved in matchmaking in many modern cultures. But these often just kind of serve as a trusted mediator in budding romances. But as of today, with an evolution of matchmaking, most cultures have moved away from arranged marriages, generally speaking, and the role of matchmakers has definitely become less formalized and less of like a professionalized role in the romance sphere. But economic factors such as a suitor's ability to support a family has gained more importance in determining suitable matches. Absolutely, no points. And the influence of matchmakers in these changing societies have just become more subtle, often limited to speeding up or slowing down relationships rather than inciting them, if that makes any sense.
Interesting, yeah.
So yeah, that's a little bit of an overview for our listeners who were really curious about the inception of matchmaking and where those ties lie. That's that.
I miss that. Bring that back. Bring
love
matchmaking
that.
back.
Right? Yeah, like a little
Like-
chaperone.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone who's been matchmaked?
Like a rank kind of. Well,
Like, no. People don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
They're not like, oh,
Actually, that's
I
a
know
really good
somebody
point.
who could be perfect for you. Let me set you up on a date.
Yeah.
People don't do that anymore.
We've just lost like a community
yeah.
element. They feel like dating. It used to
I
be
think-
like,
Yeah.
it used to be so
yeah.
like, oh, like you're
Didn't we
single.
see a TikTok about this?
No, literally, it was like, oh, like you're single. Like, oh, I might know somebody.
Yeah.
Now it's like, go back on Hinge.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting because like it's almost like our friend like because friendships used to be kind of like I know you so well that I know another person so well that I think you guys would be great together.
Yeah.
But now it's just like I think friend groups have gotten smaller and almost they've gotten bigger but less
and more detached.
Yeah, and more detached and like less intimate. So I think there's like less of a matchmaking. Like that doesn't even spark people's minds anymore because online dating is a thing.
They're not
And-
like, oh, I know this person and I know this
Yeah.
other person and they might be perfect together.
But-
Let me set them up.
But exactly.
yeah.
But here's the thing. I think more people are less involved with getting with like having a partner now though.
Yeah.
Because I would think that like back then, like so many people were always talking about like, I need a man by the time I'm 20.
Yeah, it was the goal to get married,
like,
settle down, have
that's
children.
all they would talk about. So it's like, duh, like I'm hearing you talk about this so much. I'm hearing you talk, just get
like,
together.
Everyone's looking.
Yeah,
kind
but
of thing.
now it's like, well, I think we all have interests that aren't just getting with a partner. So it's like, it's like out of our sphere now.
And women are just a little bit more independent.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a smidge.
Yeah.
Just a smidge bit more free.
Yeah. We're not constantly talking about men 24/7 or like getting with a partner.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even strike our mind to like match someone that like never talks about dating with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will say, like, if the opportunity presented itself that we could go to a ball,
Oh my god,
Absolutely, I would go 100%. I would be there.
I want to go.
I would be there.
I want to go to a ball.
Yeah.
I want to dress up in a big poopy gown.
Is that wrong?
I want to wear a big pink sparkly dress.
I want to have my moment where I walk down the stairs and people stare at me.
Yeah.
My
hair's
Cinderella
up,
moment.
Princess Diaries.
Yeah.
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 I just want to go to a ball.
That just sounds so lovely. Meet my Prince Charming.
No, truly.
Yeah.
But I find it kind of crazy that like people used to make jobs out of like matchmaking. Like that was like someone's job.
So true.
I know it's like I know romance and you don't.
Yeah.
So let me
Yeah.
pay me money and I
Yeah.
will.
No, to think the whole
get
like
you
the
a
Hindu.
husband.
Not this is so. I'm nervous. This is gonna come off as I'm just nervous. We're gonna like overstep at like any point. But the idea that like back in Hindu culture that an astrologer would be closely tied to matchmaking. The idea that you'd be
know.
like, okay, so your sun is in Cancer and your rising is in Capricorn. Well, that means
So you're perfect for this man who's
Like, that's just
yeah.
that's just insane to me. But that's also such a fun like fun
Yeah.
little look back thing to be like, oh, like back in the olden
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Well,
used to
even-
be so easy.
Yeah, even on Hinge though, you can like pit your your
Yeah.
astrological sign, and I feel like I don't really look at that though. To be honest, I'm not.
I don't
really, like,
either.
me neither.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm also not super involved with like astrology enough to be like, I'm not
Invested.
fit for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I know what you mean.
agree,
Yeah.
but I feel like it does have a
It
little
does have
bit
a little-
of an impact. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
Just
something about it.
Yeah, like
looking
they're
back at my experiences with specific types of signs, you notice your own like
yes.
You notice the patterns.
pattern. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay,
Should
should
we-
we?
Speaking of the apps,
Wait, let me see if this
Okay, segue.
splash.
oh, 1
will-
second.
Oh,
Let's dive
love
right into the
that.
next.
Let's dive right into the next segment. That was good. That was good.
really good.
That was
That was
really
great.
good.
That
really
was
good.
fantastic.
That's
It's
really
me.
good.
I'm the next segment. We're going to be doing a little app comparison. The apps have been around for a while. I'm realizing that maybe I should have looked up when they started, but we're going to start with Tinder. Now, we've all been on Tinder, right?
I actually haven't, but
You haven't been on Tinder?
no.
Really?
I'm very much just like, I don't know. I feel like Tinder has that little stigma where like people only go on it for
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
did I just
that's-
introduced your next.
Yes,
Oh
it
my
is.
God.
I got you, girl. I got you, girl.
Tinder, there's such a stigma around it that it's only for people who are looking to hook up, only for people looking for casual relationships.
Which isn't bad.
No, it's not. That's not a bad thing. It's just not for you if you're looking for a long-term relationship. But my cousin met her husband on Tinder,
Oh.
and many of their friends have also met their
How long
like
have they
married
been
partners on
together?
Tinder. Oh man, how long have they been together? Great question. For like a few years. They've been married for a year now,
Okay.
and they were together for like 3 years before that. I want to say.
I mean, we're just gonna have to like discuss whether or not like that's husband Tinder,
Husband.
Tinder,
Husband,
2
Tinder.
words, different sentences. I
Husband
think
Tinder.
So
Yeah, husband Tinder. That's just Calgary.
Maybe.
that's so true.
Maybe that's just Alberta.
But you know what? Like most weddings I will film, like most weddings I go, the couples have met through dating apps. Like,
Wow.
But most of them have met through Bumble, actually. I don't know
Really?
if you're going to talk about that one.
Yes,
but
we
I
are going to
will.
talk about Bumble a little bit after this. But I went on Forbes. I went on Forbes. Oh, I want to say Women's Health also rated Tinder the best for hookups.
Interesting.
So
for
okay.
hookups
yeah,
specifically.
for hookups.
Interesting.
I went on
Interesting.
Forbes.
Interesting.
Tinder has a 4.9 stars from Forbes.
Okay.
The app and the platform experience was in the dumps. It was like 99% negative
Really?
for everything. And so was the safety features. but the
Safety features.
Yeah, wait,
Yeah.
what's safety features?
like making sure people on it aren't like creepy weirdos, making
Oh,
sure
oh,
people
oh,
like on it are real.
Yeah, no, real, yeah. No, keep those.
Yeah, no, but the safety features are in the dumps. Like Tinder doesn't do them very well.
Oh,
Tinder doesn't have good
interesting.
safety
No.
features.
Tinder be like,
Actually,
they're
you know
less than a
what?
kilometer away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
literally. And
They're at your door. They're under your bed.
They're outside.
They're outside.
They're actually outside the door.
They're
They're
outside
actually
your
right
window.
next to you.
Open
So,
your curtain.
I don't know if you know.
That's what it says. Open your curtain. Yeah.
Wave to each other from across the street.
Yeah.
He's in your window, actually. Sorry.
The subscriptions are also crazy.
For Tinder?
Yeah.
How much is it to upgrade?
It's like a good $50 for the top one,
crazy.
and then
Oh my
like
God.
25, and then 15, I think.
In this
Yeah.
economy?
Yeah,
Per month, monthly.
Yeah. No, the idea is that
Monthly.
the idea is that you'd pay like literally over hundreds of dollars.
No, truly.
Per month. Also, what was it? I don't know if it was Bumble or something, but I swear that I saw something recently that was like, or it was like someone I was talking with talked about getting a lifetime subscription to like Bumble or something. The implication,
lifetime subscription?
that you would be
Yeah.
on, the whole point of the app would be like to get
To get off,
off
the app.
the
Yeah.
app, and that you'd be like, I actually need a lifetime subscription to Bumble.
What?
What? What do you mean?
Why do you need a lifetime subscription to Bumble?
Anyway, let's.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, the subscriptions are crazy, and I wanted to get some like first person accounts, so I went on Reddit,
As one would.
as one does. But a lot of the women who were on Reddit were just saying that all the people on Tinder are looking to hook up,
Yeah.
and all the men.
Yeah.
There's like too many men on Tinder and not enough women,
Yeah.
so the balance,
balance
is,
fuck.
I
is
do
weird.
find that actually, yeah.
Yeah.
That is very like, I'll even sometimes be like, when I was on, like, sometimes there's just like blank profiles
Yeah.
that are
Yeah,
literally
they
just
just
like a
wanna
black
look.
screen.
Yeah.
They just want to look. Those are just
Yeah.
creeps.
Yeah, some men
Yeah.
will go on Tinder just to swipe right on every single woman.
Which is crazy.
It's insane.
Some
Just for
standards.
fun. They don't. Men don't.
Giving it out?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Men don't seem to take it as seriously as women do, which is why I think it developed its hookup culture stigma around it.
Yeah.
But personally, I don't like Tinder anymore. It was the first one I ever went on. Now I don't enjoy it.
I think it's a very good, it's almost like getting it's almost like getting a MacBook versus getting a PC. Everybody knows a PC is better for you, and it probably is way better than a MacBook, but a MacBook is like user friendly.
Yeah.
I think Tinder is user friendly. Like, it's really easy to like
It's so easy to get on there and be like,
understand it. Yeah, it's not complicated at all. All you do is literally swipe right and have a conversation with someone. But like Hinge and Bumble, the fact that like you have to make the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
move, everyone's like, scary, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
you know what I mean?
are there unlimited swipes to Tinder?
No.
Oh, there's a limit.
you probably just haven't hit the limit because there aren't as many people on there that you're interested in.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Because I know, like, for Hinge, I don't know about Bumble, but there's like a limit.
There's a
and I feel
limit.
like that makes it more
I've never
like,
used Bumble before,
Me
but I
neither.
know people that have been on it, but I don't know what the differences are.
Speaking of Bumble, let's switch gears, shall we?
That's a good segue.
Obviously, the thing about Bumble is that the woman must text first.
The woman
The woman.
specifically.
The woman must text first. If you're in a heterosexual thing, if it's like
okay,
if you're a woman looking for other women or a woman looking for
that's kind of okay. Interesting.
anybody else, then
What if
anybody can answer. But if it's between a man and a woman
woman.
can answer.
Do we know what is if you're like in a non-heterosexual like seeking
And
Don't go to Bumble.
Either can
situation?
Yeah, I would
either
say
can answer for
Bumble.
either can text first.
Interesting, but
Yeah.
it's weird that the app
Focuses.
tells you to
Yeah.
do that. Like, that's okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that maybe I'm wrong, but I swear that like the people of Hinge like broke up,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
the woman
No, it was Tinder.
was it Tinder? I literally
Tinder.
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
why I'm like I don't.
Oh,
this is
this
not
is
fact checked,
lore.
but I'm
Yeah, I
pretty
don't
sure
know
that it
this.
was like there was a breakup behind some like
They were together.
founding like people in
the
like
people who
Tinder or
made
Hinge or
Tinder?
something, and then the woman like went off and made Bumble as a response to like the OG dating app,
my
being like,
God.
we want like a woman-centered app where like women are the ones to initiate, so you feel more comfortable and less like
This is so
Interesting.
it's more on your
cool.
terms
Yeah.
kind of thing.
It is.
Interesting.
The people who made Tinder were in a
Wow.
relationship and then they broke up and then the woman was like, "Okay, I'm gonna make
that's
Bumble
so
then."
meta.
Yeah.
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 Wow. Anyways, yeah.
Women's Health says it's the best for women.
Bumble?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so
Interesting.
curious though. Like, is it?
What are,
I
do you
know.
have
Like, is it though?
insights
Because like I
about
feel like
that?
giving me the choice is not
No,
better.
Women's Health was just like best for women. Cheers. Yeah.
I feel like I feel like that's only because it's the only app that's centering like a heterosexual
Yeah.
situation with women specifically, and being like that's the only reason why I feel like I got that rating is because
Exactly.
it's the only one that's not like general. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like marketed towards women and women making the first move.
And then
Interesting.
Bumble also has like it's like Tinder and Hinge mixed into one.
Bumble?
Because you can swipe, but you can also leave a compliment on people's
true.
responses or pictures.
But on Hinge, it's like if you leave a comment, that counts as a
Yeah.
swipe right.
This is
And it does on Bumble as well.
It's the same kind of as Hinge in that sense, but you can also just like a profile.
Interesting.
So like if you like something more specifically, you can, in theory, be like, oh, we have this in common. You like this show? Oh, well, I do too, and like respond to that specifically. But then you could also just be
Yeah.
lazy and like the entire
just-
yeah.
profile.
Oh.
So it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, so
yeah.
it's kind of like him.
Forbes says 5 whole stars for Bumble. 5 whole stars.
5 is a bit crazy. I feel like
I know.
none of them should be getting 5.
No, absolutely not. The subscriptions are like more reasonable than Tinder, but they're still super steep. I think it was like 30, 20, 15.
Charging women money?
No, truly.
Question
and there
mark?
was a
Where's the progression? Where's the progress?
I've been on Bumble
Where's the
recently.
liberation?
And it was like you can pay $3 right now one time to see all the people who like you.
Which is villainous because they literally blur that they
Yes.
like they purposefully taunt you.
They blur the
and they go,
people.
here's who liked you, but you can't see
But
them.
you can't see them.
But,
Pay us
but there's 5
money.
people who did like you, and you can't see them. So like,
Yeah.
if you pay us money, we'll let you see them.
And then they were like,
Silly.
give us $3 right now and you can see everyone. Which is like kind of crazy. I feel like a lot of people have done
Do
that.
that, for
people
sure.
see $3 and they're like, deal.
Nothing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Pocket change.
Yeah.
Pocket
Pocket change.
Pocket change.
A loony and a toonie, and I can see
Yeah.
300 men who
Yeah.
like me. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, come on.
But I don't use Bumble very much personally. I never really liked it because it felt so similar to Tinder. I was like, if I'm going to be swiping, why don't I just swipe on one app?
Yeah.
And I feel like I saw most of the people on Tinder on Bumble as well anyways.
I feel like our generation doesn't really go on Bumble for
Yeah.
some reason. Like my sister met her boyfriend of now 6 years.
Wow, on Bumble.
But it was they knew each other. They worked with each other before, and they're like,
Oh, I see you
yeah.
now. And then I can swipe
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know a lot of people like our age.
Me
going on
neither.
Bumble.
Who are like meeting people from Bumble.
Hannah's on Bumble, but I can't remember if she's met anyone off of it. I think it's mainly Hinge
Yeah.
that she
Yeah.
meets people off of.
Only-
Hannah's my roommate.
The only people that I've met from Bumble, I've also matched with on other dating apps.
This is so true.
Yeah.
Also, like I remember I was using Bumble before I met Max, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like I was never.
No.
I was only
Never
using that
on
to
it.
socialize. Also, I didn't like the pressure of needing to reach out.
Yeah.
I was like, I
I don't want to. Well,
I
that's what
liked
scared
Hinge
me
because it
about
was like I could just look through my likes.
Yes, exactly. And speaking of Hinge,
Which defeats the whole purpose of you initiating, by the way.
Yes.
Which is like,
Like, the whole
that's just I
point-
didn't vibe with it.
the whole point is that it's supposed to make you safer and stuff, but I feel
Yeah.
like it has the safety features in Forbes they were better than Tinder, but they were also still kind of in the dumps.
Yeah.
The apps don't really do anything to really ensure safety for
Or like
women.
actually protect
Yeah.
anybody. Yeah.
But anyways, let's move on to Hinge. Biggest thing about it, not swiping based. You can leave a little comment.
Not swiping based.
You can leave a little comment. You can leave a little like, which is a little horrifying, honestly, because I'm like, I feel like I need to say something witty and cute, but
I
I
know.
don't know what to say.
Like this is like this is your only chance to talk to them, and it'll
Yeah.
be the only, and then they'll just decline you based on
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
And if I don't say something well enough, then it's
But
like
you
I'm
know what I
gone.
do like
Yeah.
about it? That it's giving you something to base off of people that isn't just their looks.
yeah.
Like you're basing them
Yeah.
off of like their creativity. Even if
Uh-huh.
you stole that line from someone else, it's still like you thought to steal that. Like, that's
Yeah.
part of you.
You thought that was funny and you put that in there.
Good job.
It's the little things.
Good job.
But like, you know what I mean? Like you're not just basing people off of looks. Like you're like, oh, he's funny. Or
Yeah.
they're funny.
Yeah.
Women's Health says Hinge is the best for, get this, quality conversations.
Hinge.
Hinge
Interesting.
is the best for quality
Well, that's what I'm
conversations.
saying. It's because it's mainly like, because you can make like prompts.
Yeah.
And-
So it's like prompting a conversation.
Yeah, Hinge seems to foster more actual
Talking.
connections.
Yeah.
Because you have to really think about what you put in it and what you say to
And
other
you're not
people.
allowed to like the whole profile. That's a whole
Yeah.
thing of like if someone has like bunk pictures, all 5 of them. You gotta like one of them.
Yeah.
You can't just say, "Oh, I like your vibe," even though these pictures are bunk.
Like you really gotta think. most of the people that I've met from dating apps are from Hinge. Not that they've worked out,
Yeah.
but that's besides the point.
But still, like you've used
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
What does Forbes say about it? Yeah. Oh, and you get a rose, and there are standouts.
Yes.
And they
Can we talk
hide-
about Rose Jail for 1
Yes,
second?
they hide the attractive people in Rose Jail.
Yeah.
Which is like I want to know what their algorithm is to determine that, and I
Yes.
want to know if
Yeah.
when I was on Hinge, if I was in Rose Jail.
I
want to
wonder
know.
if it's, but I wonder if it's like the fact that like, because you can still compliment people, but they have to accept your compliment before you guys have a conversation.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
wonder if it's like basing it off of people who like haven't responded to you, but you found attractive, and
Yeah.
they're putting them in Rose Jail.
Because they're like, oh, they're really.
Yeah, like I wonder if that's what the
Want it.
algorithm
Yeah.
is. Because it's like you find these
probably.
people attractive,
Yeah.
but you just like can't have them. You
No.
can only give them
Yeah,
a
like,
rose.
They literally say, here's 10 people we think that you're gonna like the most,
Yeah.
and we give you 1 rose per week
yeah.
to like one of these 10 people that
literally
you
the
get every single
it's
day.
It's literally the Bachelorette. Or
Yeah.
something.
No,
like,
it
is.
You get one rose. I mean, I'm sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's what it is. One last rose.
Yeah.
Someone goes home tonight.
But
Yes.
that's so true. Like, how do they determine that? Like, there's not someone who's like swiping. Like,
It has to be. It has to be that you're like statistically getting more likes than other
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is
Crazy.
crazy to think that like
Crazy.
secretly that you're like the algorithm's identifying you as hot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Literally like, oh, like my algorithm, my little robot brain is telling me, oh, you've received 5,000 likes. Oh, well, then he must be hot.
Yes.
And we're gonna keep him in Rose Jail so that the little
So
the
no
little
one-
uglies, the 4 out of
Yeah.
5s, so
No,
the uglies
literally.
literally like spend money,
Spend money.
currency, value things you can buy things with.
And then
give me your
you're-
money.
And you're not even gonna match with them anyways.
No.
So
no.
No, because
like,
you know that they are
no.
probably their like inbox is probably full, and like they're not
No,
gonna get to the
real.
bottom.
Oh,
Sorry, I did that, but we do need to move on.
Yeah.
such a passive aggressive way to get us to change the
Well, I
subject.
don't want to be like, but we have to.
Can I
move on,
say
unfortunately?
one more thing about one?
Use your wrapping up thoughts.
I also wanted to look at others, not that there are a lot because people don't really, but I want to talk about one called Coffee Meets Bagel, where you only match with people
I heard about this.
who
Shark
you have
Tank.
connections
Shark Tank.
with on
Shark
social
Tank.
media.
Shark Tank.
It was on Shark Tank?
Yes, it was.
It was isn't that insane?
It was on Shark Tank, and
You
they
only-
refused to tell Mark Cuban and like everyone what their users like how many users they had.
Really?
And Mark Cuban immediately goes, "I'm out." The second that they don't tell him, they're like, "Oh, a range between 100,000 and 500,000," and they're like, "I'm out. If you're not going to tell us, I'm out."
Fair.
so
like-
wait, what is the concept of it?
Oh, sorry.
So you make
okay.
a profile and everything, and you
I'm intrigued.
swipe people, but you only match with people who you have connections with on social media.
Interesting.
Yes.
I like that.
I know, isn't that fun? So like you can match with a friend of a friend.
Wow, like
That's very
wow.
nice.
That is like
I know. I saw that and I was like, should I?
Is this?
Do I need to?
Yeah.
Does this need to be on
It's
my phone
definitely,
right now?
it's definitely the best concept I feel like out of
Yeah.
what we have so far about like because that's like what's
Yeah.
missing from the apps and that's our biggest issue is that you're meeting weirdos.
Yeah.
yeah,
like,
not people you don't
actually
know.
work
Yeah.
with.
It's literally like someone. It's literally like if I were to matchmake you and Jacqueline, but you and Jacqueline don't know each other.
Yeah.
But I'm friends with you guys, so you know each other. Like you know of each other, right? So it's
Like
still.
we're bringing back traditional matchmaking
Yeah.
into dating apps.
Anyway,
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
let's move on. To
I
the
got
next-
lost.
Yeah.
I got
Next
lost.
That was a good one though. I think that.
Thank
yeah.
you.
All right, Jacqueline. Oh wait,
not
wait.
gonna
Actually,
flash?
sorry, we have a little bit of song break.
Yeah.
Hold that thought, sweetheart.
Hold that thought, baby cakes.
We actually have a little bit of a song break. I guess what the song is.
Thank you, Beyonce.
Oh, thank you, Beyonce.
Thank you,
I
Beyonce.
usually-
Beyonce.
Just wanted to really thank Beyonce for a second before we
Yeah.
carry
Yeah,
on
yeah.
because we're really
We love
thankful
her.
for
We thank
Beyonce.
Mother, and we know that she knows.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She knows.
She knows.
She's
she
looking
knows
over
everything.
at Young and Dundas Square. She's looking at us.
She's lurking.
Yeah.
She's looking over us in the Alan Slater.
Yes.
All right. So thank you so much for getting us on that track, Amy and
So welcome.
Morgan and Anne. Anyways, we're gonna talk
Amy.
about the psychology of swiping. Just to like better understand like why we turn to dating apps and like the mental process of swiping. There are a few like psychological tendencies that probably should be acknowledged. So I want to talk about the stranger on the train phenomenon.
Ooh. I like the sound. of
Tell me
this.
more, please.
So, have you guys ever seen a movie where two characters meet as strangers, reveal a personal story, or share an intimate moment within like the first few minutes of like, meeting?
Yeah.
Like Before Sunrise.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
could
that
talk
movie
about
is
that
so
movie.
good.
Yeah, I thought I
could
could
talk
Oh, that
about
movie is so good.
That movie.
Thank you, Amy.
Ooh,
Thank
you're so
you.
welcome.
Yeah, so basically Before Sunrise, the two characters meet on a train and they are strangers, but they just bond instantly, and then they just talk about their personal lives, intimate.
They just hit
intimate
it
things.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just hit it off. But they do this thinking that they're never going to see each other again. And this is the stranger on the train phenomenon. It basically happens when individuals rapidly reveal personal information to strangers in public spaces. And we do this because we can trust that the information won't get back to like
Yeah.
the people we know. It's as if like we enter this like new realm, and like whatever we say won't affect us in like the real world.
Like what
And,
happens in Mexico stays in Mexico.
Literally.
Yeah.
Is that Mexico or is that Vegas?
Vegas. guys, guys, I promise it's because I
What
just watched
happens
the
in
OC and they
Mexico?
said it in the
Stays
OC.
in
What happens in Mexico?
They
What
said
happens
it.
in
They said
Mexico?
it in the OC in like the 5th episode when they go to Tijuana. They're like, "What happens in Mexico stays in Vegas." Sorry, guys.
we're
What happens in
linked.
Vegas stays in Vegas. My bad.
We're linked.
Continue.
Anyway.
Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Interlinked. Continue.
Thank you. So that basically, the stranger on the train phenomenon, it's kind of in the same way where we're more likely to open up to people that we don't know online. From my experience, like I feel like I give up on talking to people if like they ask me about like job or like my school or something that just like is like bland, you know? Like I
It's
feel
like, let's get deep.
yeah. No, like compared to like if someone like tells me like a personal story or like something that we both have in common. And so like Harvard University researchers have conducted a series of experiments to assess how much people liked talking about themselves and why. So they scanned like people's brains while people either revealed personal information about themselves or judged the personalities or opinions of others. And no matter the results of the study, the researchers found that there's a biochemical buzz that humans get from self-closure. And it's the same brain activity that happens when we associate something with reward. And so basically, this kind of just goes to show that many people go on dating apps for their own self-closure or self-gratification rather than finding the one. You know, like I feel like finding the one is like never the...
Yeah, people don't go, I'm going to go on Tinder and find my soulmate.
I'm actually going to go on Tinder and I'm going to find my future husband.
Yeah.
That I'm going to get Jacqueline Gossett to
Yeah.
film my videos for.
No, thank you. Okay, plug. No, exactly. So I feel like it's a lot of our own like want and desire to talk about ourselves or just find someone who gets us, not the other way around. You know, like I feel like finding love is finding someone that has qualities that you can't like exchange with other properties. And I feel like I'm gonna bring up my next point here, but I feel like with dating apps, it's like I feel like with dating apps, especially with like the phenomenon of like talking to someone once and like you can just say anything, you know, like anything about yourself, and you're like, oh, like this actually doesn't have any, like this won't.
Significance. I know what you mean. Like I could say anything and I'm never going to meet this person. Or like, oh, like this is just another like speed bump on the road of love.
Exactly.
Like it's not like a.
Yeah. It's
not real.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a game.
Yeah. Basically.
This is a game on my phone.
This is a game.
How many
This is a game on my phone.
Raise your hand if you've ever said, "Let's play Tinder."
Not Tinder, but like Hinge.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway.
become like a verb. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I'm
more
playing.
of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
It's
yeah.
not for real. It's not for serious.
No. Also, like
Not for serious.
in the same study, they said that we spend almost 40% of conversations talking about ourselves. And I feel like it's
yeah.
Like,
she's
duh.
like, if you were me,
I mean, obviously.
I mean, who
No,
else would I talk about?
that's fair. So that's
No, you're right, and you're right. Thank you. Sorry. No, sorry. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
thank
You're
you
right.
for
You're right.
thank you. Yeah.
Thank you,
No, we
Jacqueline.
needed that actually. Yeah, we needed to check
you guys
ourselves.
know? Yeah. I don't know if you guys knew this, but let me just.
You're doing
real
great,
quick.
sweetie.
Thank
You're doing
you.
so good.
Thank you. That's my first time doing a Spirit Live show. Thank you so much. And Kate, kind of just like more of the mental process of swiping. I feel like we can all agree we have like a dream partner in mind.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like dating apps are very similar to social media where we can like build the best looking version of ourselves, but it's a very unrealistic view
Yes.
because you're not. It's a very unrealistic perception of the type of person you are and the type of partners you're looking for. You know, like I don't know. Like I feel like if I were to show my like Hinge profile right now, you'd be like, okay, like yeah, she looks really cool, she looks awesome, she looks pretty, she looks funny,
She looks gorgeous. I think I'm in love.
Gorgeous,
I think I want to swipe
beautiful,
right.
guys, I have
Everyone
layers.
else should get off Hinge. Like,
I have layers, guys. Don't get it twisted.
Deep, guys. I'm there.
Please. And so, but also I feel like that might show like, oh, like I want a partner that has the same vibe, but like that's not typically what I don't know. Like it doesn't mean like that's exactly my type or whatever. But yeah, this creates too much room for like pickiness, where we see potential partners as more disposable, thinking we can find a better one in the next swipe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But this is not like how you find love or the one, because I feel like it's a choice, not like a this
Yeah.
person liked me.
so I guess.
Yeah, like I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. A clinical professor of psychiatry at Stanford named Elias.
Say it.
You can do it. Come on. Go,
got it.
Jacqueline. Give her a
Give
go.
me a second. Abu Jaud.
Abu Jaud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
slay.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. So he basically says that dating apps give us users a rush that comes from receiving a like or a match, and speculates that dopamine like
Dopamine.
Continue.
dopamine like reward pathway may be involved. Basically just like instant gratification. And I feel like because of how easy it is that people can get like instant gratification, like by just scrolling.
Because you get one like and you're like, okay, I am
Yeah.
hot. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
No, I feel like
Yeah.
the second you turn 18, it's like a rite of passage to be like, oh,
Yeah.
so
Tinder.
Wait, so people have been liking me this whole time, and I've been in
Yeah.
high school, and now all of a sudden,
No, it's okay.
Commotion.
Commotion.
that was like a gong.
silence.
But I feel like no, like you turn 18, it's like a rite of passage to be like, oh, so I've been this dirty sack of potatoes for
Yeah.
all 4 years of high school, and no one's ever liked me, and all of a sudden now
I'm
people are in
hot?
my DMs.
I'm
Yeah.
ugly. I'm fugly. But now I'm hot.
Yeah, so literally.
Now I'm sexy.
I went on Tinder when I was 18 and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, hold on.
Wait, no,
They
we can
love
work
this
with
is
this.
awesome.
No,
No,
but
this
they
is really
love
cool.
me.
No, we can work with this. We can work with
Like, wait a second. Wait, yeah.
this. Anyway, sorry.
I think
No,
it, yeah.
that's basically it. No, let's keep talking because that's kind of all.
Well, I was gonna say I think it's also the fact that like once you turn like when we turned 18, we were like first year university and everyone was on dating apps. So like
Yep.
once we knew that other people were on dating apps, we're like, okay.
yeah,
You're like,
cool.
okay, I can do this.
We're like, okay,
Like,
like
you can
I'm on
do
here for a
this.
reason and like they all
Yeah.
love me. So
Yeah, no.
yeah.
And like I feel like even going, I don't know if you guys have. Yeah, I feel like we've all gone on. Have you gone on like a date Hinge?
No,
Or-
I have not.
Amy's pure.
Pure.
Amy is free of issue.
She's.
Amy's never experienced.
The way that I just cut to you knowing that I was going to say that and you were going to hold me up, I was like, I just know, I don't know if she's going to say something, but I feel like she will.
I'm a witch.
She knows me.
Yeah.
Where was
I'm
I going with that?
how would you say that? Like I would
Fancy free.
yeah, fancy free.
Nancy. She's Nancy.
Yes, Amy fancy free.
Yes, I am.
But what you're not missing much. I feel. Actually, no. I shouldn't say that. But
We can say that. You're not missing much.
I've learned a lot of lessons. Certainly from being on those apps.
Yeah.
One time I got a like on Hinge and it was the hatred I have for you and your profile is immense.
Oh,
so he just wants to tell you
What?
that.
Interesting opening first line.
definitely
Just
caught
say
your
you want to
attention.
slaughter me in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like, actually just say that you are on here to harass women.
Yeah.
So like either that was him just harassing women on Hinge or
your
like,
profile was so
craziest
that had him
open
played.
line in the
Or yeah,
world.
maybe he's like.
I just like that. That's
Yeah.
like the ultimate like pinnacle neg I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what that is.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like he was putting me down so that I would answer him and be like,
Like, what
what's
do you
wrong?
mean?
What do you
Yeah.
mean? What do I
Yeah.
change? What do I do?
How can I fix that?
And obviously I saw it, took a screenshot and was like, okay.
This
and,
guy,
Yeah,
yeah.
and exit out.
Yeah.
But it's insane that men feel comfortable doing that.
Well, like, interesting that you mentioned, like, psychology of, like, people meeting. It's, like, psychology of, like, somebody used to study psychology of, like, Hinge replies.
Yeah.
Or, like, Hinge comments on people. Because, like, you're not just being, like, no one on the face of the earth is saying, like, for example, I love cats. Someone's responding, I love cats, too. Like, it's always some sort of sly response.
Yeah, it
that's,
has
like,
to be
trying.
witty.
Exactly. So, like...
needs to be witty and flirty and also smart and
Yes.
also, but like also not too smart because like I'm also like a girl
And,
then
and also, and don't look too into them because they're not
Yeah.
into it when you're too into them. So
Okay,
you
how
have to be
many-
kind of demure, but you also have to be really into them because they want someone to be obsessed with
like
them.
how many Y's should I put on the hay? Like 3? Yeah, like 4? Like wait, if I put that,
Do I do an
5 is too much,
exclamation
5
mark or is
too
that too much?
Exclamation mark? No, fuck.
No. Wait. Okay,
Wait, yeah.
hold
Maybe
on.
just
Wait,
smiley
start over.
face.
Lower caps is cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just smiley face. Is emojis too much? I think
No,
emojis
I'll just
is
send a
way
GIF.
too
I'll
much.
just send a
I'm just gonna send a like. I'm not gonna put anything. I'm just gonna send a like.
Oh my god.
Refreshing.
Oh, it's time.
Refreshing.
Well, thank you, Jacqueline, for that.
course.
Thank you so much.
I did have a last line I wanted to say.
had it because your point actually goes so well into mine. So
Oh, really?
say it.
Oh, okay, yeah, perfect. Okay. People can easily.
I'm waiting.
Let me say one more thing.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Anyway.
Okay, basically, in conclusion, so people can easily get instant gratification by just scrolling through an app and going through likes and comments. But is it truly more gratifying than meeting someone the old-fashioned way? Because is the catch not more thrilling when you've earned the thrill of the chase?
Ooh, yeah.
That was like Shakespeare.
That's actually really good though.
Goosies, eh?
There's
Oh,
no
goosies.
chase. There's no chase on dating
satisfaction
apps.
of the swipe ever be as good as finding true love?
Like you're hating on it, but like
Yeah.
let's think
No.
about it.
That's
But she's
Let's
but she
talk about it.
cooked.
Oh my god.
But she cooked.
Okay.
Then.
So that actually goes really well into mine, and yours does too.
Hey.
And you should know
And
this
mine's
too.
chopped liver. Yeah.
And I guess yours
sucks,
is like,
and will no longer be on Bae Watch. Thank you.
we politely asked her not to return.
Yeah.
So I did my research on the future of dating apps, which I actually didn't find that much, to be honest, other than like the actual like future of the software itself of dating apps.
AI.
So dating apps have kind of entered the dating sphere like a third party contender in the overall relationship. So with more ways of validating the right one, dating apps have not only adapted to the digital age, but ways in which couples find the perfect match. And so like my question is, what will dating apps look like in the future and how will they impact users to find the one? So I found some statistics. Stanford University in 2022 said that 50.5% of all couples in the U.S. met online. And then in 2020,
Wait, did you say 50?
50.5%
Oh my god.
50.5% met online.
online.
Does that mean dating apps or like
Yeah,
they also
dating apps, dating websites.
Part of me is like, does that just mean Instagram though?
That
I know that's
I mean, that's
or
also.
did they meet in like a?
But this is also
like a
the
chat
thing
room?
is like this entire idea though of like meeting on Instagram. There is still that like the medium is the message. There is still that
Marsha
like
McLuhan. Okay.
there's still like that online in the middle of you two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you haven't met organically.
Yeah.
And then in 2023, Pew Research Center, whatever, poll found that 3 in 10 U.S. adults of all ages have spent some time on dating apps or websites.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah. So basically, overall, I pretty much found that our problem is as online dating websites turn into dating apps, the immediacy of it all has led to younger generations, such as us, wanting to pursue perfection, like you said, like Jacqueline said, because this causes more turbulence in the dating process. So long-term relationships are less stable. Personal thoughts and feelings are increasingly impacted with the infinite amount of opinions on the apps. So why not go right back to them when something doesn't work out?
Yeah.
So this constant search for perfection
and like
that's
the ultimate,
on-
like here's my most ultimate option, and if I know what you said.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like if one thing doesn't work out, well, I found them on here, so there's got to be someone else that's on
Like
here.
them.
Yeah.
Like them, but
Exactly.
better.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
know what
And
you
so like long-term relationships are less stable because of that. It's like
Yeah.
even if you've gotten past the dating stage and you guys are in a relationship, there's still that thing there's still that thing lurking at the back of your mind that's like, well, if this doesn't work out, there's got to be someone else on a dating app that's there
We're
for
too
me.
picky.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We have too many options.
Exactly.
There's also so much competition on it. I've seen things that women, like straight women, will put women on their dating apps just so that they can see what they should do with their profile. So they see what they're up against.
Yeah.
So they can make their profile better than the other women.
Which is
on
not
there.
how it's supposed to be. And that goes into my next one.
Wait, can I drop something so quick?
Yeah.
Before I just interrupt so quick. There's also like a whole added level with dating apps where like it's not only like, oh, is this person is this person attractive just by themselves? But there's also a whole added level now with dating apps where it's like not only do they have to be attractive, but also like is the way that they perceive themselves and present themselves online attractive.
Yes.
You can be the hottest man that's ever walked the earth, but if you have weird like Dutch
Exactly.
angle Android filtered pictures, I'm gonna think you're weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Android, yeah.
So
If I see a yellow
Android.
font on a man's Instagram, done.
yeah.
I don't want to see that yellow
Exactly.
font.
So
Yellow font.
basically,
Yellow font.
pursuing perfection in the long run leads to disaster and unhappiness, and nobody's perfect. So why pursue it if it'll end unsatisfactory? So then there's a whole thing of dating app burnout. Gen Z is starting to turn away from the
I
apps
feel
to
like I'm
romanticize
right there right
life.
gonna
now.
say.
Yeah.
Without the apps in a time before the internet decided who is perfect for us. So now here is AI dating apps. I'm going to try. We literally have 1 minute.
You got it, girlfriend.
So,
Go,
okay,
go,
okay.
go.
Dating apps website used to make the process of finding someone quick and easy. Now it's getting too quick, and the apps are struggling to find ways to retain user attention. This is where AI comes in to reel users into spending more time on apps and sifting through more potential matches. AI preferences such as algorithms.
I'm retaining none of this.
AI algorithms takes your type and shoots you back cater suggestions. We all know what algorithms are. People are trained to AI to people are literally going on ChatGPT to come up with opening lines and the perfect dating profile that creates even more of an online presence and less of a realistic real you presence.
That's insane.
There's a whole VR situation called Flirtual and Never Met, which takes literally honestly genius marketing though.
I was gonna say the name itself. It's like us like writing Bae Watch. Like we should do
Exactly.
Bae Watch.
Baywatch, yeah.
So basically that's like literally virtual reality, the headset. You will meet someone on virtual reality and like go to like a virtual cafe and have the date where you do not need to meet in person.
That's wild.
Yeah. And then there's also this whole thing, we're over time, but the creator of Bumble says that she's here to make AI. She's not here to make AI the bad guys. She wants AI to help us relearn how to be in healthy relationships and partake and use AI to make healthier matchmaking ourselves. She said, quote, wants to use AI to teach people how to date better and create more healthy and equitable relationships. She suggested AI dating concierges can help people unpack their dating concerns and give tips for communicating with their new matches.
Ever so quick. Dating apps. Dating online. Online dating. Swipe right or swipe left? Morgan.
Left.
Jacqueline.
Right, but I'm not responding to a prompt. I'm just liking it.
That was so specific.
Okay. Amy. Swipe right or left?
Left, but it would only work if everyone was off dating apps.
Yeah.
It would only work if everyone said no.
Yes. I'm also gonna
Say left.
say left. Swipe
Yeah.
left. Everyone.
Yeah.
It would need to be a movement. But
Yeah,
we're
it would need to
swiping
be a
left.
revolution.
Revolution.
All right. Well, that's it for today.
Yeah. See you next week. Friday at 12.
Fridays at 12. Should we say the topic for next week's?
Oh, yeah.
It's
It's
friends of benefits.
Yay or nay.
Yay or nay again.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks so much for listening.
Thanks for
Catch you
listening,
guys.
guys.
Same time, same place
We've been
next week.
Baywatch.
We've been Bae
We're
Watch.
watching you.
Yeah.